Welcome back to Money Mechanics. Let us make your money work harder than you do. Earning a fortune and keeping a fortune are two completely different skills. These 5 people made staggering amounts of money, then lost almost all of it, and every one of them left behind the exact same lesson. History is full of people who were brilliant at making money and disastrous at holding on to it. A big income does not fix a broken system. It just delays the day the math catches up with you. Because the trap is always the same. When the money comes in fast, spending quietly expands to swallow it and then some. So watch what actually sank each of these fortunes. The names are famous, but the mistakes are ones any of us could make. Number 5. The rapper who spent $30 million in just a few years. In 1990, MC Hammer released You Can't Touch This, and it made him one of the richest entertainers alive. At his peak, he was reportedly worth around $30 million. Then he built a $30 million mansion with a recording studio, 2 swimming pools, tennis courts, and gold-plated gates. But the mansion was not what broke him, his payroll was. He put a staff of around 200 people on his personal books, dancers, security, friends, family. That entourage reportedly cost him over $500,000 every single month just to keep the lights on. Income like that can vanish faster than you would ever believe when your fixed costs are that high. By 1996, he filed for bankruptcy, roughly $13 million in debt. What makes it sting is that he was generous. A lot of that payroll was people he was trying to help. But generosity without a budget is just a faster way to go broke. The lesson is brutal and simple. It was never the income, it was the overhead. Costs that scaled faster than the money coming in will bury absolutely anyone. Number 4. The boxer who earned more than $300 million and kept almost none of it. Mike Tyson was once the highest paid athlete on earth. Over his career, he took in more than $300 million. A single fight could pay him $30 million in one night. And he spent like the money would never stop. Mansions, dozens of luxury cars, gold jewelry. He famously bought pet Bengal tigers that reportedly cost around $70,000 each, plus a full-time trainer. In 2003, he filed for bankruptcy while owing an estimated $23 million. But the spending was only half the story. The deeper failure was that he handed control of his money to other people. He trusted managers and promoters to handle the details and never looked closely at where the money actually went. By the time he understood how much had been taken and wasted, most of it was already gone. To his credit, Tyson later rebuilt a calmer, smaller life and talks openly about the money he lost. But the peak fortune itself never came back. The lesson: never fully outsource control of your own money. Delegating the work is fine. Going blind is what kills you. Number 3. The actor who bought 2 castles, an island, and a dinosaur skull. Nicolas Cage was one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood, earning an estimated $150 million. Then he went on a spending spree that is genuinely hard to believe. 15 homes across the world, 2 European castles, a private island in the Bahamas, a fleet of exotic cars, and a private jet. He reportedly paid $276,000 for a dinosaur skull, outbidding another famous actor. Here is the problem hiding inside all of it. Not one of those things produced a single dollar of income. Every castle, every home, every car quietly demanded property taxes, insurance, staff, and upkeep, month after month. They looked like wealth. They behaved like leaks. By 2009, he owed the tax authorities more than $6 million and began losing the properties one by one. The lesson: a thing that costs you money to own is a liability, no matter how impressive it looks. Real assets pay you, trophies just send you the bill. Number 2. The most famous entertainer on the planet and $500 million in debt. Michael Jackson sold hundreds of millions of records and earned a fortune almost no one on earth could realistically spend. And yet, somehow, he did. By the time he died in 2009, he was reportedly around $500 million in debt. He spent on a scale that is difficult to picture. His Neverland Ranch alone, with its own zoo and amusement park, reportedly cost close to $1 million a year just to maintain. When the spending outran even his massive income, he did the one thing that quietly sinks fortunes. He borrowed. He took loans against his future earnings and his music catalog to cover the gap between what he made and what he spent. And that is the quiet danger. Debt against tomorrow feels free today because the bill has not arrived yet. But it slowly mortgages every dollar you have, not even earned. The interest never sleeps, even when the income stops. The lesson: no income is big enough to outrun spending that has no ceiling. If there is no limit, there is no fortune, only a countdown. And number 1. This one is over 100 years old, and it is still the most useful of them all. Mark Twain was the most famous author in America, and his books made him genuinely wealthy. But Twain did not want to only be a writer. He wanted to strike it rich as an inventor and an investor. He chased one big idea after another and poured his book money into other people's inventions. His biggest bet was a typesetting machine called the Page Compositor. He sank an estimated $300,000 of the era into it, the equivalent of millions today. It was ingenious and impossibly complicated with thousands of moving parts, and it kept breaking down. While Twain kept funding it, a simpler, more reliable machine, the linotype, quietly took over the entire industry. By 1894, one of the richest writers in the world was flat broke. The lesson: chasing a fortune far outside what you actually understand is not investing. It is gambling in a nicer suit. But Twain wrote the last chapter himself. In his 60s, he went on a worldwide lecture tour and paid back every single creditor in full. Which is the final lesson, and maybe the best one. A financial setback is not the end of your story. How you respond to it is. Notice what is missing from all 5 stories. Not one of them failed because they did not earn enough. They failed at the quiet, unglamorous part that happens after the money arrives, the part nobody makes a movie about. Because the world only ever teaches you how to make money. Almost no one teaches you how to keep it. And keeping it is not glamorous. It is a boring budget, a paid-off car, a low profile, and the discipline to not spend money you technically have. The quiet irony is that the habits that build a fortune are the exact opposite of the habits that feel like having one. 5 people. Different centuries, different talents, and the exact same ending. Each one solved the genuinely hard problem, making the money, and then lost everything to the problem almost nobody respects, keeping it. A lifestyle that scaled with every raise, control handed over to other people, trophies that only ever cost, debt borrowed against a future that never arrived. None of them had an income problem. Every one of them had a keeping problem, and a keeping problem will humble any income on earth. Here is the uncomfortable truth for the rest of us. If people who earned hundreds of millions could lose it all, then a normal salary is not what stands between you and broke. Your habits are. The way you handle the money you already have decides everything, long before the amount ever does. So here is the line worth writing down. A fortune is not what you make. It is what you refuse to lose. Keep your overhead low, keep control of your own money, and buy things that pay you instead of billing you. Do that and you will never have to star in a video like this one. Subscribe and keep more of what you earn. And that is how the money really works. If this helped, subscribe to Money Mechanics. Your future self will thank you.